Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
More clouds, more rain, but temperatures on Tuesday will be at their warmest part of the forecast. Just how cold is it going to get before we head to Mother's Day?
An Oakland County mother claims her child's school district got her fired, all because of what she posted on Facebook.
We'll begin tonight, though, with a West Michigan mother's death 11 days after receiving the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. Good to have you with us tonight at 11. Now, it has not been determined by doctors nor the CDC if that vaccine contributed to her death, though her family believes it did.
Jason Colthorpe is live tonight. So, Jason, what is the CDC saying about this case?
Well, here's what we know right now, Kim. We know that her doctor, the victim in this case, her doctor has notified the CDC of a possible adverse effect from the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. And the CDC has confirmed it has the report, is now following up and taking a closer look at this case. Annie Van Geest was known as a supermom, a master multitasker, and a staunch animal rescue supporter. Her death, though, is making news for reasons other than just her good work in her community of Saranac in Ionia County. She received the J&J vaccine April 8th, 5 days before the CDC paused its usage because of a few cases of blood clots in women, 3 of which were fatal. Symptoms of the rare blood clots developed 6 to 15 days after getting the shot.
These initial symptoms are fairly vague and nonspecific, mainly headache. But importantly, the headaches for these started 6 or more days after vaccination.
Van Geest's family says her headache started on April 16th, 8 days after her shot. She died 3 days later on the 19th. Her death certificate notes a natural death, specifically from an acute subarachnoid hemorrhage or bleeding in the brain. In a statement, her family says the 35-year-old wife and mother of 4 died, quote, as the result of complications after receiving the Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccine. But at this point, neither doctors nor the CDC have any way to know that for sure. When the CDC restarted the J&J vaccine on April 23rd, it acknowledged there would likely be more cases of the rare blood clots, but it believed doctors had a better understanding of how to treat it, and it did not discourage anyone from getting it. Now, it's important to note here that doctors say they have not seen any evidence yet that this woman died from a blood clot in the brain. The death certificate says she had bleeding on the brain, but that is technically different than a blood clot. And subarachnoid hemorrhages like this had absolutely nothing to do with why the J&J vaccine was paused in the first place. Kimberly?
So, Jason, you said that the CDC is reviewing this. How exactly does that work, and what does that mean?
It starts with, they call it a VAERS report. That's the system that reports adverse effects, possible effects from the vaccine. It goes to the CDC, and that team now reaches back out to the hospital where the patient died, talks to the doctor, examines the case. We don't know what the timeline on that will be, but it is also important to point out one other stat, and that is when the J&J vaccine was restarted, they were looking at 15 cases that they knew about total out of more than 8 million doses given. Kim?
Right. Okay. Jason, keep us posted. Thank you.
Now, tonight we've learned the FDA is set to expand the use of a vaccine for younger people. Use of the Pfizer vaccine is going to be expanded to kids ages 12 to 15. Clinical trials showed the vaccine's efficacy for that age group, 100%. The FDA could authorize that by early next week. Chief Medical Officer at Children's Hospital says this could be a turning point.
That increases our likelihood of getting to herd immunity and decreases the number of places where COVID can land. And as long as it has a place to land, it's going to continue to infect us. It's going to continue to replicate and mutate, and it's going to continue to, exist in our population. And it's going to be hard to eradicate if we can't get ourselves vaccinated. So this is a big win.
Right now, 50% of eligible Michiganders have received 1 or more vaccine doses. The state is going to lift gathering and face mask orders when 70% of the state is vaccinated. Now, reaching that goal could happen more quickly as now walk-in vaccines are expanding.
Ford Field is taking walk-in appointments starting tomorrow. It will offer both the 1-dose Johnson & Johnson vaccine and 2nd doses of the Pfizer vaccine. Ford Field Clinic will be open from 8:30 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. every day for the next 2 weeks. Meanwhile, the state reports 5,035 new cases and 29 new COVID deaths over the past 2 days.
After a mostly dry night, we've got more showers on the way now.
Yeah, in fact, Ben, you're tracking rain chances every day this week.
I was going to say, guys, get used to saying that, because I think we'll be starting every newscast with that from now through probably the early part of next week. Multiple chances of rain going forward, but we've got a limited break out there right now. Storm Tracker 4 shows that the stuff that we were seeing in the evening is pushed to the east. Most of what you see on top of us is false returns, and most likely from some of the fog that's showing up out there. Out on the west side of the state, this is that line of thunderstorms we were tracking earlier tonight that had some of those severe storms down in central parts of Illinois, but it is weakening and will continue to do so as it moves across the state. Right now you can see some of that fog out on the horizon from our downtown camera. Temperatures upper 50s to low 60s. Fog really not dense enough to cause any problems on the roadways, but it is noticeable. And we will be seeing a couple of these sprinkles move in here before we start tomorrow morning's commute. Some of them are going to linger into the drive, but should be done shortly after. And we'll spend a majority of the middle part of the day dry before our evening chance of rain rolls in here on Tuesday. And we've got more chances where that came from. We'll check temperatures and your Mother's Day outlook in just a few minutes, guys.
Okay, Ben. Tonight, a parent in the Rochester Community Schools District says she lost her job because the school board didn't like her criticism, so much so that they sent her a cease and desist letter and contacted her employer. Well, it's now the subject of a federal lawsuit. Mara McDonald live tonight at the federal courthouse downtown. This all centers on social media posts, Mara.
It sure does, Devin. This mother of two says that she lost her job as a marketing director for Blake's Hard Cider in Armada after the Rochester School Board contacted her employer and complained about her critical social media posts. Let me show you. When and whether to offer in-person instruction has been an emotional topic in districts around the metro. Parent groups have formed online to talk it out. Rochester Community Schools is no different. The topic has seen vigorous debate and a failed attempt to recall several board members. Elena Dinverno, a mom of two, was vocal online about her desire to see her children return to face-to-face.
My client was nothing but polite and respectful online. She was expressing her opinion.
The school board did not see it that way. According to Dinverno, they sent her a cease and desist letter.
This district is so, I'll call them thin-skinned, inability to follow the law, that they are literally hiring lawyers at the taxpayer's expense to send cease and desist letters, not just to my client, but to others.
And according to a federal lawsuit filed today, board president Kristen Bull contacted Blake's Hard Cider, where Dinverno was employed as a marketing director, to complain about her social media posts.
We do know that she was told that they did get a call, her employer did get a call from a board member. So that we do know, and we know the termination followed thereafter. We also know other parents' employers, we believe, have been contacted as well.
Back here live, we reached out to the Rochester Community Schools District tonight. Our inquiry was not immediately returned. However, a school spokeswoman told the Detroit News they have not yet been served with the lawsuit. We're live downtown tonight at the federal courthouse. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
Yeah. All right, Mara.
A 17-year-old driver is charged in a Macomb County crash that killed a woman. Angelo Smith of Detroit is charged with murder. Surveillance video from last week shows Smith and others stealing cars from a dealership. Deputies responded and chased them. Deputies say they stopped the chase before Smith ran a red light at 15 Mile and Van Dyke, where he crashed, killing the 20-year-old woman. A judge gave Smith $100,000 bond.
Detroit City Councilman Gabe Leland pleading guilty and then resigning from council after admitting in court he took an illegal campaign contribution. Leland has served on the city council since 2013. He admitted to accepting $7,500 in cash and free car repairs from controversial businessman Robert Carmack in exchange for his vote on a land deal back in 2017.
I accepted a campaign contribution in cash. At the time I accepted the cash contribution, I knew it was against the law in Michigan to do so, which makes it misconduct in office.
As part of the plea agreement, though, Leland will face no jail time and the federal case against him on bribery charges will be dropped. He'll be sentenced June 7th.
New video shows the moment a police officer crashes into another patrol car while allegedly drag racing on duty.
How fast they were going in a 25-mile-an-hour zone coming up.
A thief jumps into a car with 2 children inside. The chaotic moments that followed that led to a massive 2-hour search for a 5-year-old girl.
But first, a local family forced out of their home.
My kids, my babies, we have nowhere to go.
The horrendous scenario that has this family of 5 homeless. Next.